back on the show. It's me, Hugh. Yaz is we've cut down on the co-hosts for this interview because we just found there was too many co-hosts. Well, anyway, Daryl didn't get a chance to say much in the last interview because you, Yaz, were
Well,
doing
I
a lot of
thought
talking.
Daryl was a guest. I never met Daryl before.
Well, I know you never met him. See, this is just
So I thought
this is just organic internet television.
Yeah.
And our guest here now is Patrick Rhein on the show. Patrick, it's been a while since you've been on the show, but it's always great to see you, and we're gonna have a great conversation.
Thank you for having me here, and it's interesting. I haven't seen you for a few years, and you seem to get younger. I don't know what's your secret, but I'd like to know that.
Well, I'll tell you,
rings,
my
those
secret
rings.
is the immortality rings.
That's right.
Remember, I was wearing these the last time you were here, right? They
yes.
really work. And
Yeah.
if you want a pair at home, just send me an email. We'll negotiate.
Okay.
Um,
Sounds really good.
Multicolored duct tape available.
No, I use only the finest
Ah,
fiberglass tape from the finest dollar stores.
and that makes a difference, I'm sure.
It does.
It will be
makes-
blessed by your royal hueness.
Okay, so let's get into it, Patrick, because you do well. How would you describe it? It's like life coach, or I mean, what? I know you've written this book right here, "Be Different, Be You," but that's
Yes.
only part of your
Yes.
work, helping people, right?
That's right. So I really, that's the key. For me, it's very dear to me to be able to support and help people to become more of who they want to become. And so I use different tools. I had a formal education as a certified coach, but I also been a trainer and a facilitator for the past 25 years. And so I've accumulated tools and elements to help people to become more efficient, or have more clarity around their goals, or to have more work-life balance, or whatever people need, or to deal with a trauma, because this is a new adding that I put in my repertoire. Is we all carry traumas, right? From educational childhood, from events like even an accident, even there are all kinds of events that happen in our life, and it creates something in our brain that make us react
Yeah.
and trigger. So I deal with that as well.
Well, everybody's got trauma. I
Yeah.
mean, even from when you're a kid, stuff that happens at school.
Yeah.
It could be not even major stuff, but it
Totally.
affects us, and it affects often how successful we are or whatever as we get older.
Or not successful.
Or exactly right.
It's a hindrance. It holds you back.
Yeah.
The trauma holds you back psychologically from having the momentum, I would say, to have that drive. How would you have that deleted from your brain so that it doesn't affect you anymore? And can you extract it from your body with any certain practices?
Yes, and it's an excellent question. I love it because it gives me the opportunity to really explain that. It's interesting because we have the mind and the brain. So the brain records, we have the memory attached to events, and the memory is really, it's like a hardware, it's like almost really deep ingrained. So the brain is designed to survive, to save you from any
Oh yes, yes.
any
yes.
problem when
Yeah.
to survive, right?
Yes, it creates a
that-
covering.
Right, it's
Yeah.
really the role of that, and then you can learn all kind of mind methods that supposed to, I'm supposed to say that or be that, but it's not as strong as the brain, so the brain will take over. So now that
Wow,
method
interesting.
that I teach is basically disassociate the emotional attachment that is attached to the event. So you have an event and you have an emotional attachment to it, and then that's why you get triggered. So it's not deleting the memory, but it's deleting, nice music background, it's deleting the emotion intensity that is attached to the event.
Who are you?
We got people in the room here, Patrick. So
I'm so sorry.
Patrick, don't worry about it. We'll take
We
that out
have
in
a
editing.
colorful guest here today, y'all.
It's traumatic.
Well,
It's organic. Organic. But we're gonna have trauma after this show, Patrick. Maybe you can help us out.
But anyway,
I'm traumatized right now. Okay, so
So just to
How
to
do
recap, it's just basically diminishing the emotional intensity attached to the event by doing this method that I'm teaching.
diminishing the emotional intensity.
Yes, because you know when you
Yes.
have an event and then you get triggered and all of a sudden you cannot deal with it, right? So that method will go directly to the brain and will be able to delete the emotional attachment that you have to the event.
You
And
know,
so
I.
you want you get that?
Yeah. Now, how? I mean, is there a particular methodology that you use
Yes,
to do that?
yes.
Does it have a name?
Yes, it's called brain sweep.
Brain sweep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's really using, it like acupuncture, acupressure, they all, or even network chiropractic, they all use the nerve system to be able to go straight to the brain or to the neural pathways.
Yeah.
And this is a similar approach. It's not like tapping, but it uses that brain connection to be able to do that. And it takes only 6 sessions, and it's self-administrated, and it's medication free, and so I think it's a really convenient way to do it. And you don't have to speak about your trauma. When you're with me, you don't have to explain what it is all about. I teach you how to take care of it, and
It works.
it works.
Always.
Always.
I have to be. I'm just skeptical. I'm just saying because.
Great.
Because.
Makes you smart.
What?
Makes you smart.
Yeah.
Being skeptical is good.
But I
yeah.
mean, because I've done these kinds of things before, and I don't know, man. Nothing seems to work on me.
People hurt other people, and then it just ends up being stored somehow in there, and it's working in your subconscious,
Yeah.
and it's plaguing you the rest of your life. Even if you go on and you become a lawyer and you get married and you have kids, and your brain is putting a nice little cover over it, it's still there in the background that this person or this event did something to you.
Yeah, and you know what is interesting is I've been working on my mind for many years, and I thought I dealt with everything and I'm fine. And then I started this process, and I discovered that okay, there are undercurrents, traumas that I thought I dealt with, but they get triggered depending
Yes, they
on
get triggered.
and on situations. And it-
PTSD.
yeah,
That's what
exactly.
PTSD is.
That's it.
If someone does something that's similar or rips off a scab that was already healed,
yeah,
and they do something again to you, whether it's infidelity, betrayal, if they, bad business deal,
Yeah. Even
something.
relationships, separation, or
Mhm.
even you lose a job, or or sense a smell that you understand, that reminds me something, and you get triggered by that, or somebody saying, or music, or there's so many elements that are triggering that and create that PTSD, And so that method, and I'm glad you're skeptical, because I'm happy to try it with you, and you'll tell me. But it requires work. It requires work. That means you need to do it every day, at least for 30 days, and after, you
Oh.
just it's
Okay.
like a hygienic approach. You just need to rebuilding the neural pathway of your brain. No, that's how it works. You okay?
Yeah, well,
I'm okay.
our brain is very stubborn because it's hard to reprogram it, but it also protects people.
Yeah,
Because
exactly. That's
it's
the purpose.
The purpose that it does that is
Yeah.
because, like, let's say there's a child, right, and something traumatic happens to that child.
Mhm.
Before a certain age, that brain will actually prevent you from remembering anything.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It blocks it out
Yep.
completely.
Yeah.
Because if it didn't do that, that child may die, right?
Mhm.
That child may suffer so much trauma that it would,
Yeah.
probably have a nervous breakdown, or I don't know,
That's
something.
right. It's good that it's kind of stored in a way so it saves you from other similar situation, because it's a recording system, right? So it's okay. Well, there was a threatening event that could threaten your life, so the brain is like storing this and saying, in case that happen again, okay, I'll be there, and I protect. And because that's the purpose of the brain, is to protect you. And so that's why you're always on alert. But if you accumulate events and after events and you don't deal with it, then it starts to store in the body. You might have some aches and pain. You might, all kinds of expression will show up, and then you won't be able to live a harmonious, fulfilling life because of all this. So it's important to take care of it, and we are not equipped to know how to deal with it.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's easy sometimes to see it in other people, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, some people more than others, but you go, oh, that guy's got a problem or something, right? But we don't see it in ourselves, right?
Or we don't want to
That's-
face it.
Yeah,
We want to
that's the-
escape as well, right?
yeah. So, and I would think that probably everybody's got it. It's got something,
Totally.
right?
Yeah.
Even if they're not aware of it.
You don't have to be a military, a soldier to have PTSD.
Yeah.
You can be, even if you're like in an accident, or you lose your house, or you have a flood in your house, or you lose your partner, or you lose your parents. I mean, that affects us, right?
My next door neighbor, he used to stutter, and he doesn't stutter anymore because he's like probably 55, 60. But he got bit by a dog,
Oh.
and for the rest of his life, he had a stutter.
Wow. See?
But how come he doesn't stutter now?
I guess healing can
I'm-
occur.
I think I know him. No.
Yeah, you probably did.
Healing can occur. So, is your method used by psychologists, or is it similar to hypnosis techniques at all, or?
No, it's an alternative way of dealing with PTSD. So it's medication free, as I mentioned before. So
Okay.
yeah, it's used by. The creator of this method was an hypnotherapist,
Oh, okay.
and she know really how the work of the brain works, and she created that method, and she has like 35 years of experience and have an amazing record of really, like, we have about 68% of people that we tested clinically that have shown results, and this is never seen in the industry of PTSD, that we can really bring people to such a high positive results of saving themselves from PTSD.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to a hypnosis session once to try to like start eating healthy, weight loss, this and that. And he gave me a card to take home, and every time you had a certain thought that you weren't supposed to have or whatever, part of the thing was you tap out, like you do something to snap yourself out. So you touch your leg, or you
Right.
snap your fingers, or
That's good.
and that is a very effective thing, because our brain goes on to a cycle and it starts thinking, and then you just can't. It's like ruminating, or you start getting on that treadmill and you can't stop
That's
thinking,
it.
right?
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
gotta
Snap out of it.
do something to. Is your technique also involving tapping out, or
Not this,
something?
but it's like using the hand is like your feet. You have like all, like, this is the upper of your body and this is the lower part of your body, and so when you create a friction on this hand, for example, and you connect with the emotion that you're working on, you actually dissolve that emotion that is attached to it. So there is a particular method, but there are like 6 techniques that we use. One of them is really important, is laughter. And as much as it sounds,
Oh, I
laughter,
love that idea.
but understand that. You know the laughter yoga?
Yeah.
Have you heard of that?
Yes, we have.
So it creates an environment in your brain by really enhancing the learning. So if you're in a positive setup, then your brain can acquire this new rewiring that you do. So that's why it's important to integrate the laughter, being used to. And when we say laughter, we don't have to laugh out loud. You just have like a smile on your face creates already different neural connection.
This guy is definitely on to something. I'm telling you, because if you are in that state of mind where you are happy and positive, then the brain is not going to create that shield. to not allow new information to come in and rewire it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like forcing the brain to, okay, we're gonna take your guard down, and we're in a good mood right now. So whatever's coming in isn't gonna be bad. So it's okay, right?
I like the way she really, gets things and put them together. You're amazing.
It's
That's
like
great.
it's like playing
Yeah.
a trick. It's reverse psychology on the brain.
That's right. And also, many people who have trauma have depression. And we are in a big city where depression is, getting higher and higher. So when you force yourself to learn to laugh, you cannot be depressive, right? Or you cannot get a gun if you laugh all the time or something. So you really play a trick to your brain, but you also force yourself to be in a different mood and changing everything. So it's a we get the habit of brushing our teeth. What about getting the habit of laughing every day?
Oh my goodness! Wow.
We do that a lot around here.
He's right.
That's good.
He's right.
That's why I like to come here.
Yeah.
Well, it's fun.
Right, Yaz?
Laughing is medicine.
Yeah.
It's the best medicine. It's true.
Yeah.
It's absolutely
Laughing
true.
at ourselves too is good, right?
Yeah.
Being able to laugh at ourselves and laughing. When you look at yourself in the mirror and you laugh and saying, "Oh, look at this guy or that
So-
girl."
Patrick, is this something, what's it called again? Brain something?
Brain sweep.
Brain sweep. See,
Brain sweep systems. Yeah.
I had brain wipe down.
Ah,
It's
okay. Brain sweep. Yeah. Sweep.
Brain wipe, that's different.
Different.
Is this something new that you've brought into your practice? since the
Yes,
last
it's a
time?
new component because I look at life from a holistic approach. I don't just do coaching for business. I do business, but when I do business coaching or executive coaching, I
Yeah.
do it from a holistic approach.
Okay.
I know health is super important when
Yeah.
you do coaching. Life balance is super important.
Yeah.
Then I discover that the trauma is that we carry are super important. So yes, it's another additional tool that I use in my toolbox.
I would think that without a tool like that, and you're trying to coach somebody, but if they keep running into roadblocks based on some trauma that they've got that they're not even aware of, then you can't break through.
Yeah.
You can't make the kind of progress you really want to do.
Exactly. And having a healthy lifestyle is key too, because if you deal with your trauma and then you don't eat well, you eat burgers every day, then after a while your brain cannot even function properly. So it's important to be aware of the holistic effect of life, right? Like yoga practice or meditation or having touching trees even, but having basically a contact with nature and dancing, singing, all these elements that could create a happiness within.
Yeah.
And so for me, coaching is not just one thing. It's like really, it depends where people are at as well. I mean, I adapt to the people I talk to, so I will assess what they need and go step by step into what's important to them, right?
Do you know anything about David Allen's Getting Things Done? Do you subscribe to his philosophy there?
I didn't, but I know about him. Yes, I know what he's doing a little bit. It's been a long time. I have read something about David Allen and his approach, but I like it. Yeah, it's good.
Do you yourself write everything down and have lists, and every week, every day, every month you have different goals set for yourself as well, or?
Yeah, I have another tool that I use called the Life Book. And the Life Book is beautiful because it takes you in 12 different categories. And I did a show on that one once, I don't know if you remember. And basically it assesses the reason why you do things, and first of all, what you want. And so you have a premise, and then you have a vision, and then you have a strategy. When it comes to a strategy, it's like, how do you want to get to where you want to go? And then, so the strategy means, okay, you got to be organized, right? If you want to have some goals. So first of all, you have more clarity about where you want to be and what you want out of life. So that's the first step, and after is how you get there. And then making it happen.
Right.
And that's why having a coach is so important, We all think, okay, well, we go with life. And yes, we're okay. But when you have a coach, you achieve so much more about yourself.
Because in a sense, because you can hold the people accountable. That's I think that's
Exactly.
part of the role, right?
The biggest part of the role is the accountability. Because if you have friends that want to help you, they have their own agenda.
Yeah.
But the coach is there for you.
Yeah.
So and then you have this accountability every week or every 2 weeks, and you have to do something. You don't have any choice that to move forward. So that's why it's beautiful. It's a beautiful interaction, beautiful dynamic.
I want you to be my life coach.
Oh, that would be an honor for me. No, sure.
By this
I mean,
time next year, I will be the ruler of the world. So,
The
no,
leader
because
or the
honestly, like
leader?
I need you. I really do, because I'm very ADHD.
well, that is sounds
So,
like it.
You
look
can
like
give
you
me
are
the life book, or you can give me the ultimate day planner at Staples, but it will just end up in a pile of other day planners that I have
Mhm.
that I started writing in, and then the rest of the 900 pages are empty. So you have to, some
But
people
that's
do
a
need someone to keep them
That's right.
on it.
That's because that's very typical. We're all like that, like you. It's not only you. Like everybody starts something and then we let it go, or we go to a course. We go to Anthony Robbins 3 days. Wow, awesome! We come pumped.
You feel good,
You
you're
feel
pumped.
good, you're pumped. You're gonna do this. Or every January, the big list. If every January we're gonna go to the gym, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and it goes down because we are people. We like to be stimulated by everything else, so we like to have fun, and then we leave us aside. So when you have a coach, it's because you decide that you want to change something in your life.
You want to change
Yeah.
something, yes, and it helps you, it motivates you, and also it will produce results because you're gonna want to make that person proud. There's a sense of like, okay, this person is investing their time into me, and I want to do the best I can, so that also they feel that their job is worth something, that I'm doing my best, and I'm gonna make this person proud of me because they are working to try to help me. And that's like, it's like a two-way respect. It's like, you care about me enough to try to help me, well, I'm gonna show you that I value you for trying to help me. So it's
And
it's
that's
a wonderful
nice.
service that he's offering.
It's very nice to mention that way. But usually, if I'm here for you. I want the best for you, and my
Right.
satisfaction and my reward is really to see you flourish and to see blossoming,
Right.
and become what you wanted to become. So that's why I love that job, because like you witness the transformation of individuals, and you see them changing. I've been doing that for 15 years, and everywhere, all my clients, they transform and they thank me and are still with me, after all these years, because it makes a difference.
Mm-hmm.
It takes work. That means you need to really go after it,
Right.
and then you need to do the job, the work, that you commit to. And that's why you're moving forward.
Right.
Well, Patrick.
Yes.
So this is great. So no, we're gonna have to wrap this up now. But
Already, I have so much more
I
to
think
tell.
you've proven that you're bringing the right tools to your clients. But who do you want? Like, who are your ideal clients? Who do you ideally want to be getting in touch with you?
It could be any organization or individuals that want to move forward. So it's just about you, like you said, I want you to be my coach. Okay, well, let's do it. Somebody who feels, okay, yes, I think it's time for me to make a difference for myself.
Yeah.
You do it for yourself first, right?
Yeah.
And then you want to experience. I always give an analogy. We are running against 300 million other sperms when we are trying to swim towards the egg.
Right.
And one has achieved that egg, and that's all of us, right?
So we're already huge winners.
Yeah, we are winners to start with.
Yeah.
So we got to make that life a celebration.
I love that way of looking at it.
Yeah. That
You already
life,
were superior in at the beginning.
it's right. And it's about celebration, that life that we have. It's a gift. Being alive is a gift. So we got to celebrate and make the best out of it.
If anyone has something inside of them that they want to bring forward, and like myself, they're a bit of a procrastinator or they're not good at managing their time, then you might want to call him, because this is somebody who can help you to get it together, because everyone has it within themselves to be a genius at something, whatever your creative niche is, whatever your divine spark is. A lot of these things traumatize us, hold us back. A lot of people just, they don't believe in themselves. So I'm sure that this type of a person right here will help you get on the path. And where can we reach you? Like, how do we get in touch with you? Do you have a website?
Yeah, you can go on peakpotentialinternational.com.
Peakpotentialinternational.com.
Peak Potential.
Yes.
I was in Joshua Tree driving by and I saw the Enlightenment Warrior Camp.
Oh, that's Peak Potential.
Peak.
It's Harv Eker. It's a different company. So that's Peak Potential.
Did you
but
ever go
mine
to
is
his?
Yes, I did.
Okay, then you
Wait.
definitely need to call him, because
What-
he knows how to get rid of your stuff.
Wait, okay, then just to be clear again, Patrick, what was the website?
So mine is peakpotentialinternational.com.
Okay.
And it's not related to Peak Potential.
Okay.
Yeah. And my address is patrick@peakpotentialinternational.com. You want a
Okay.
number as well?
Yes,
Can
let's
call
put a
me.
number on the screen
If you
for
want.
the viewers.
Yes.
416-919-8466.
Cool.
Wonderful.
Okay, Patrick.
And yeah, feel free to call and ask questions.
Fantastic.
And make your life a masterpiece.
What a great tagline.
What a great
And of-
show, everybody.
And of course, this is the thing I just want to say before we're going to go to our next guest. But so you're watching this, you're getting a sense of Patrick and who he is and what he can do, and that's how you make your decisions. It's way better than doing the Yellow Pages thing, just picking a name out
And
of
internet.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
Right now,
Yeah.
Patrick's right here.
Well, thank you for inviting me, Hugh, and I appreciate your great questions and summarized also what my Franglish was all about, and you really got it, the essence
I'm
of
glad that I could, scramble it together somehow. That's my gift. That's my gift.
Okay. All right.
All
Thanks,
right.
Patrick.
Thank
okay.
you.
We're going
Thanks
to
for
take a little
coming.
break. We got more coming up. So
It's
please
great
stay
having
tuned.
you. Thank
Thatchannel.com.
you.
We'll be right
Thank
back.
you for inviting me.
Thank you, everybody
Namaste.
out there.